So I'm Benson and I'm a performance artist, and tonight I'm going to be performing Threshold, which is part of, it's a continuation of the work that I've been making about men and contemporary masculinity. It looks at male archetype roles, stereotypes, and social groups and the men within these specific types of social groups. I'm really interested in gender. I'm interested in both female and male, and the contrast between the two and what defines that, but also what sets the one apart from the other, and how it's changing in this contemporary age, how we're letting it evolve and how we're not letting it evolve as well. And ever since I started photographing myself and performing and videoing myself, I've explored drag roles as well as masculine roles. And I've always found that whether I was playing a female character or a male character, it was always coming back to masculinity. And I think the reason why that is because masculinity is at its forefront. Because we're at that place where it's either going to leap over the boundary or it's going to stagnate. And whether that's okay and whether that's going to be a functional thing for men and masculinity, or whether it does need to be pushed over in the way that femininity did for women. Feminine culture is all about expressing itself, and in a way masculine culture has a lot to do with keeping it all under wraps, keeping it all within boundaries and barriers. So in these areas, these societies, these social groups like sportsmen, footballers, or I think even in a man's identity in his job, so workmen, you know, and other various groups like that, where men are at home and they're with other men, and then they build these intricate communication patterns and ways that act that are very specific and seem limited, but are actually really refined. So I'm looking at that in this work, and I'm looking at those refined patterns and just fleshing them out into small performances. I think it's going to be really interesting for people to see it live here out of the gallery context, because it's a little bit unexpected. It's a great contrast to what they're here tonight to drink, be with mates, have a dance. I think it's a little bit more raw in this format. So, and performance in real time, live performance, is much more interesting in that raw format.
You got to feel it.